That's the way they do it in the Philippines. Look at all these idiot loser dogs. They're not losers. The people who let them procreate constantly, filling up the streets with poop, they're not losers either, but they sure aren't very aware. Well, I guess they kind of are losers. They lose money trying to feed these little crap heads. Anyway, so isn't that something? Can you imagine if you're in the United States, you're going to get all those people on a motorcycle with no helmet? Not going to happen. There would be a ticket and an outcry. I mean, in America, you're not allowed to just do what you need to do. These people need to do that. And they do. I don't really hold it against them either. Yeah, it's a little dangerous, but I was raised kind of like they were. We did what we had to do during the 70s. You didn't get a ticket for everything. I mean, I remember in the 70s sometime, I think I was around 10, maybe I was younger, when it was still legal to have a beer and drive down the road with your ham and cheese sandwich. Of course, I didn't have a beer, but my dad used to like one beer at noon with his ham and cheese sandwich. I turned out to be like that too. Man, I love that beer. Oh. But unfortunately for me, it's way, way, way too fattening. I mean, every single beer I gained 80 pounds. So I just can't do it. I love it, but it was when I had my surgery, it was just no use to me anymore. I quit all things like that. Anything that wasn't useful, except all the food. I tried to quit all the food. There was still some things that got me. If I saw it, I mean, every once in a while I would think about, say I was going to be in CDA, Coeur d'Alene, and I knew there was a Taco Bell or something like that there. Oh, yes. I would have to go in and get myself some good old-fashioned heartburn. Yeah. I mean, the food that we have in America that's bad for you is addictive. And it's very, very horrible. It's literally addictive. They create and make the food addictive in order to keep you coming back. And that's legal. But it's not legal to ride a motorcycle with 3 kids. You can take your kids over and feed them McDonald's in America, where they're purposely enslaving the kids to these MSGs and horribly bad food that are going to kill them later, but you can't let them ride on a motorcycle without a helmet. So, I mean, do you understand that it's because it's not about your safety or anything like that. It's not about caring for the people. It's not the government. See, the government makes it legal for you to kill yourself as long as it's slowly by food, because you're helping one of the companies that owns the government. Huh? They don't want you to die instantly because you're no longer a cash crop, a cash cow for them. You will not be contributing to what they have set out for you as a sheeple or cattle to achieve for them, which is a long, desperate life of need and medical care, and I mean a business out of one human being. How much money can you make? If it was about keeping you healthy and letting you be safe and all of that, you would not make any money off a human being, because you would educate them and tell them don't eat at McDonald's. But instead, it's about using you to make money. So they'll let you do things that are really, really bad for you, as long as they can control the outcome and make more money off of you. They can't use drugs because you'll kill yourself too fast. legalize drugs. But you can drink beer because they have figured out how to make money off the beer. I mean, they've got all kinds of ways to make money off you drinking. How do you make money off people making meth in their homes? Well, you start a war, so the government becomes not only the supplier, but the one who avenges against the supplier. We're going to take out those people. So they supply it at the top, and then they take out some of the people who do it in the middle. You know, like Mexico. It's just a bunch of crap. You know, if you really believe that the government's trying to take care of you, help you, you might want to get a little educated. Literally. When you can have sexually explicit commercials at halftime during football, which I don't have any use for, where these people are just making immoral sexual whatever they're doing, it's really bad. You can't even let your kids watch. Oh wait, yeah, you can now because nobody really cares. But then they try to do that with a vegetable. Did you see that vegetable? And they cut it. They took it out because it was too sexual. Give me a break. How can anybody get a willy looking at a carrot acting sexual? I don't think they can. But if you look at the reality of that, that is because if you eat vegetables, you'll get healthy. If you eat meat, lots and lots of meat and no vegetables, you'll get gout. Well, then you'll be a good cow. You'll benefit financially for different corporations. But if you eat vegetables all the time and worry about, oh, should I eat too much onion? I mean, they've got you trained against eating vegetables. I mean, in school they're teaching your kids to eat a cheeseburger and fries with a little apple pie from McDonald's. Can you believe that crap? I mean, how stupid are Americans, including myself? At least I used to be. I don't know if I was ever that stupid, but I have gotten addicted to that food. I always knew that the government wasn't protecting us. When I was too young to even think like that, I believe it was Reagan. He passed legislation that shut down our factories. Then I saw legislation get passed to shut down our farms. People were losing their farms. I didn't quite get that. I must have been naive because I never got it. It started way back. They were going to shut down America. And also, realistically, they don't want you to think for yourself, to have little small farms. They don't want people like here in this country. There's little farms everywhere. If you take out one farmer, who cares? The rest of them will fill in. And they're right next to your town. In America, there's no such thing. You have an apple in Washington and it gets sold over in Florida. And the Florida apple gets sold in Washington. Why? Because they're trying to control your food supply. There's a whole bunch of conspiracy like this. Just start looking into it. You're going to see. If there's anybody sane in government, they are covered up by all the insanity. Can you see it right now? Pelosi. How do you get Pelosi up there? And Schumer. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. And Biden's going to run? Are you kidding me? What is wrong with people? I mean, how does that work if there isn't a Satan? I don't get it. I mean, my own church. I went to Musso Family Church. It was supposed to be Seventh-day Adventist, but it was Musso Family Church in Wallace or Osborne, and all of them, literally, one of the greatest little gals in there, old lady, and she was staunch supporter of Hillary Clinton. And the two head Musso family controllers of the church, they were absolutely against Trump. My God, they love that 2 plus 2 equals 5 in school. And gay is okay. They were just pitiful. I mean, totally opposite the Bible. That's what I'm telling you. And I mean, I really wanted to go to war with Doug and unseat him. I didn't want to hurt him though because he really is a nice guy. He's a good guy. I don't mean hurt him like physically. Of course, that has nothing to do with it. But get him out of there. Just move. You know, let people talk about things that they want to talk about, and let this church grow. But you know, it turned out it wasn't my fight. I figured out that there was no way that church isn't going to keep going. It might now because there's a new pastor, but there was a new pastor before. If the same people stay on the board, it's just not going to work. Because there's some kind of something cast over all the people, all the Democrats. They actually believe that Hillary's good. They actually believe that Obama was good. Traitor 44. There's a war coming. Hopefully, Trump and Q and all the Anons and a few other people out there can win it without violence. But if they don't, I'm telling you, there will be a civil war in America. There is. Because people are just angry. And having people like Pelosi up there makes people really angry. And then to have them stop something that we need, like the wall, totally screwing up this country, makes us want to, get the militia out and shut down the government for good. Because the old guard, the government, needs to be, most of them need to be fired. I'm telling you, fired and hung. So, honestly, that's my take, and I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. And if you've got any hate mail or anything like that, send it somewhere else, because I don't care. You're not going to change my mind. If you want to give me some constructive criticism, that's fine. But this is what I believe, and I'm 50 years old. Do you really think you can change my mind? No, you can't. Now, if you're an intelligent being like Trump, he doesn't always speak intelligently, but he is very intelligent. There's other people that I can think of. What was that guy's name? He ran for president. He was a Seventh-day Adventist. His name wasn't Carter, but now he's the head of the HUD. He's the head of HUD. He's very intelligent. If he said something to me, I would listen. If Ocasio said anything to me, I would. If I were a dictator, I'd put her somewhere else. Send her to Venezuela. And that other one, the one with all that language, I'm not even going to tell you what I'd do with her. But she wouldn't be there. I promise you that. Anyway, have a good day. God bless. And keep up the good fight without violence. And when you have to defend yourself, do what you have to do. All right. You have a good day. Bye.